Hello and welcome to Week in Weird for the week ending April 10th, 2022. My name is GiBi and I'll be your host this week. And every week. So a kind of a weird coincidental thing that's happening this week is that almost every story we're going to talk about is video game related. I'm just trying to appeal to the epic video game audience. So we have a fighter named Cody Rhodes who's returned to the WWE after a 6-year absence. To reference this, the announcer made a reference to Ocarina of Time while he was fighting his opponent. Rhodes actually has a Triforce tattoo on his hand, and Zelda is one of his favorite game series.
WWE ring. The flow of time is always cruel. And a thing that doesn't change with time is just a memory of younger days.
This was just a nice thing that the commentator did for Rhodes, and he actually ended up winning this fight. So maybe the power of being a total nerd made him win. Either that or his giant muscles. I can't say I know anything about fighting. Besides giving you the ability to win a fight, being an epic gamer can also save your life. Razer headset saves gamer from stray bullet. A Razer Kraken gaming headset appears to have saved its wearer's life by deflecting a stray bullet that came through their window, in what looks to be a remarkable piece of good fortune. This article is from TechRadar and it's summarizing a post on Reddit, so that's how you know it's 100% true. Sharing their story on Reddit, user Enough Dance said they were sitting indoors at their home in California, talking to their friends early in the morning, when a stray bullet flew through their window and ricocheted off the headset they were wearing. They then showed off this picture. There you go, there's the bullet hole. The bullet went through my window into my headset and bounced off the wall and landed in my bed, the Redditor said. If it wasn't for the headphones made with good quality, I would have been a dead kid at the age of 18. I couldn't even imagine all the pain my family and friends would have been through. It came from a block away. It was a stray bullet. Someone with bad aim almost killed me while I was just talking to my friends. So the bullet bursts through the window, hits his headset, bounces off the wall, lands in his bed. Many commenters on Reddit called out the story as a hoax, which prompted the kid to then post all those pictures. Without seeing a filed police report, we can't be entirely sure the incident occurred as the Redditor described, but the pictures make a compelling case. Yeah, okay. They said that they reached out to the police to see if there was any update on this case, and that they would tell us if they found anything, but this was 6 days ago, so I kinda doubt it. Let me just straighten my hat. You see, we're going from this epic win story now to an epic fail story. Because it's always 2011 here at Week in Weird. Go Nintendo reports, Among Us answer pops up on Jeopardy. The category was palindromes, and apparently, as reported by Go Nintendo, the Jeopardy staff must be big fans of Among Us. We're gonna watch the clip now.
Palindrome 6? Slang adjective for someone you think is not what they seem, especially if they might be the imposter in the game Among Us. Matea.
What is sus?
Yes.
Okay, palindromes for 8.
I think she handled that like a champ. Like a Jeopardy champ. This next story was sent to me on Twitter by Nintendont296. Kirby music wins Grammy Award. Nintendo's Kirby has officially won a Grammy Award, reports comicbook.com. Apparently these two guys, Charlie Rosen and Jake Silverman, won the Grammy for Best Arrangement in the Instrumental or a cappella category for their arrangement of Meta Knight's Revenge, which was first on the 1996 video game Kirby Superstar. This is the second time that video game music has won a Grammy, after the first in 2011 when a song from Civ 4 won. I think this is rather surprising, as if any song that's related to Kirby should win a Grammy, it should definitely be 1-2 Oatmeal. Meta Knight's Revenge and, Forest Stage are good songs, but if you're not rocking out to 1-2 Oatmeal, then you're doing Kirby wrong. In our last piece of video game news this week, Kingdom Hearts 4 was announced today. That's it. I'm not talking about it any more than that. It's just, it happened. We'll get to hear more about it in 7 years when it actually comes out. And now for our final story, finally not about video games, we're going to be talking about yet another actor who went off the deep end. This time, it's Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller is probably most famous for playing the Flash in the DCEU, but he's also quite known for his portrayal of Credence in the Fantastic Beasts movies. Well, he was arrested this last week. In fact, he was arrested at a Hawaii karaoke bar for threatening some singing guests. This is actually from the police department in Hawaii. Shortly after midnight on Monday, March 28th, 2022, a 29-year-old man visiting from Vermont was arrested and charged for disorderly conduct and harassment after an incident at a bar. On Sunday, March 22nd, at 11:30 p.m., patrol officers responded to a report of disorderly patron at a bar on Silva Street. During the course of their investigation, police determined that the man, later identified as Ezra Miller, became agitated while patrons at the bar began singing karaoke. Miller began yelling obscenities, and at one point grabbed the microphone from a 23-year-old woman singing karaoke. This was the disorderly conduct offense. And later lunged at a 32-year-old man playing darts. This was the harassment offense. The bar owner asked Miller to calm down several times to no avail. Miller was arrested and his bail was set to $500. Following this, Warner Brothers had to get together to discuss the actor's future, seeing as he is the lead in 2 of their major franchises. Unfortunately for them, Fantastic Beasts: Secrets of Dumbledore comes out this week. It comes out on Thursday, and he is one of the main characters. He's also starring in the Flash movie, which was supposed to come out later this year, but was instead delayed until early next year. Now they're considering recasting the Flash altogether and reshooting scenes for the movie, literally changing the main character of the movie. Since March 7th, there were 10 calls to the police regarding him. These include filming people at gas stations, refusing to leave the sidewalk area of a restaurant, and arguing with people in public. He also got a temporary restraining order filed against him for harassing a couple outside of a hostel in Hawaii. It's a lot of H words. He apparently entered the bedroom of the couple, who then filed the restraining order because he had threatened them, saying, "I will bury you and your slut wife." He also apparently stole their passport and wallet. So that's a fun story. Thank you for watching. The names scrolling by are my patrons. If you would like to join them for next week's video, you can follow a link that's in the description to my Patreon and sign up. For just $1 a month, your name will appear alongside theirs. During this segment of the video, I like to talk about movies I've seen recently, and of course, this weekend I saw Sonic 2. I said this last week, not a big fan of Sonic, never played any games. I liked the first movie good enough, but it was a little too kiddie for me. This movie, Sonic 2, is legitimately a good film, and I can't believe I'm saying that. I went in hoping that I'd like it, but I could not imagine that it would have legitimately good action scenes, and that about 50% of the jokes would make me actually laugh out loud. I've seen some other reviews, and people are complaining about this one B-plot subsection of the movie involving a wedding. And while I agree that that section probably went on a little too long, the setup for one particular punchline was dragged out so long and was by far the funniest part of the entire movie that I will take the rest of it being too long just so we can get that one punchline. It is the movie's phenomenal. Jim Carrey also said that he might retire from acting now, so that would make this his last role. And if this is the end of Jim Carrey, then it's okay. It's not his best role, but I thought it was okay. Idris Elba as Knuckles is an inspired casting choice. My main criticism of the movie is actually the voice actress for Tails. She's apparently actually the actress who plays Tails in the video games, and she is just not up to the same level of acting as Ben Schwartz and Idris Elba. And she kind of stuck out like a sore thumb. Whenever Tails was talking, it sounded like a video game character. Whenever Sonic and Knuckles were talking, it sounded like they were CGI cartoon characters. You can argue which one's better and which one's worse. Obviously, as you might be able to tell from this little buddy here, I don't mind some hokey video game voice acting. But the difference between the two being put side by side in a movie definitely made it noticeable. Took you out of the movie. The juxtaposition broke the immersion. Anyway, thanks for watching. I have some non-Week and Weird videos coming out this week. I hope that you enjoy those. Why did I use a mug as a prop?